Hi guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're gonna talk about support and resistance. What is support and resistance? How to draw one? How will we know if it would break or not? And what are the different types of it? So without further ado, let's get started. One of the things I've noticed is that support and resistance is one of the most underrated factor to consider in terms of trading. Some traders are too busy focusing on different indicators such as the stochastic RSI, MACD, Bollinger Bands, pivot points, all of those things, not knowing that they are missing out one of the most basic things to know, which could be a big impact in their trade setup. Now, in order for us to spot the area of support and resistance, we have to understand what are these two terms. Support and resistance are the levels wherein the price finds unable to break through. It's like some sort of a barrier that is hard to break or to pass through by the price of a coin or asset. Now, the support level can be identified as a zone of demand. The reason why it is hard to break is because yun yung level wherein more people are buying. More buyers is equals to higher demand. The higher the demand and lower supply there is, could cause an increase in value or price of the asset. Which is why nahihirapang basagin ng mga bears yung support level dahil pinupush pataas ng mga bulls who are coming in from the support area. You may also consider support level as the floor price of an asset. On the other hand, the resistance level can be identified as the zone of supply. Opposite of the support level, sa resistance naman, dito yung level wherein more people are selling. More sellers is equals to higher supply. Higher supply and lower demands could cause a decrease in the value or price of the asset, which is the reason why nahihirapang basagin ng mga bulls pagdating sa resistance level. Contrary to the floor price, you may consider resistance level as the ceiling price of an asset. Now, how do we draw support and resistance? Some people draw support and resistance just like this. So once they see that the price bounce here, it's a resistance, then another bounce, another resistance, another bounce, another resistance. So technically, lahat ng area of bounces became support and resistance level. If you do that, ganito magiging ending ng chart mo. Now, this is wrong. Bakit? Because there's too many levels on your chart to the point that you won't even know which level will you trade or exit. Remember, mas simple, mas clear mo makikita yung market direction. So this is not how to draw support and resistance. Now, here are 3 simple steps on how I find important areas of value for the support and resistance levels. The first one is to zoom out. When you zoom out, you'll be able to see a larger and clearer view of the bounces and price rejections made by the market. The second one is to draw at the most obvious levels. If there is any doubt or uncertainty when it comes to drawing a support and resistance at a certain level, don't count it as one. Now lastly, get the most number of touches when it comes to the line of your support and resistance level. Now let's take a look at some examples. So let's use Cardano in the 1-hour time frame. So first, we zoom out. Then draw at the most obvious levels. So for me, these are the most obvious levels. So this one, and lastly, this one. Then get the most number of touches. Therefore, we will adjust our lines to get the most touch or bounce from it. So let's see here. So adjust lang natin sila ng paunti-unti hanggang makuha yung mga bounces. Okay, wait. here. So, yan. So, that's how I look for support and resistance levels. Now, the reason why we have more than just one support and resistance level is because we have a trending market here. So, here we have a downtrend trending market with a set of highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower low. Now, support and resistance isn't necessarily just lines. It can also be an area of value as long as the price keeps on bouncing from it. Now, let's say from this example, let's adjust it into an area of value instead of lines. So, this area up to this area, then here, 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 then here, so here. Adjust it to get the most number of touches. So, there. Yan. It's now an area of value instead of being just a line with specific price value. So, from 1.46 to 1.44, then 1.39 to 1.37, then 1.3 to 1.28, 1.22 to 1.20, 1.15 to 1.13, and the last is 1.09 to 1.07. Okay? As long as you get the most number of touches or bounces, it can be the support and resistance level. Okay? Now, how would we know if this support and resistance level will break or hold its position? One of the things to consider is the strength of support and resistance area. Typically, the more times a support or resistance level is tested, the more likely it would break in the near future. So let's say in this example, here you can see that the price bounced from the support level. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 times na test yung support level before siya fully mag-break out from the support area. Another example, so wag na tayong lumayo. After the price broke out from the previous support area, another bounce was made, forming the current support area. So this time, you can see that the current support level was tested 3 times. So this is the first bounce, then the second, and the third one. Then it fully broke down from the current support area. Another factor to consider is how these levels react to changing context. A broken area of support may soon become the area of resistance. On the other hand, a broken area of resistance may soon become the area of support. This pattern is called the support-resistance flip. So let's say in the example we have given. So this is our current resistance area and this is our current support area. After being retested for 3 times, the price broke out from the support area, which has now become our current resistance. As you can see, after the price broke out from the support area, it bounced back to the previous support, which is now our resistance level. Then another support area was formed, which was tested by the price bouncing back and forth from it. Now, after this current support area was tested, the price again broke down from it. Then the price bounced back to the previous support, making it now the current resistance. And the same goes for the next scenario. So again, after it broke down, this has become our current resistance and this is our current support. So that is the support and resistance flip. So now that we have understand how support and resistance works when it comes to price action, Let's now take a look on what are the other types of support and resistance that we can use. The first one is in the form of trend lines. So let's say for this example, we are in Cardano for our time frame. You can see that we have formed a bearish rising wedge pattern. Now, some patterns also act as barriers or area of value where price is kept contained until the pattern breaks out from one of the sides. So in this example, let's see where the price would break out. As you can see, it broke down from the lower trend line of the pattern, leading to a drop in the price of Cardano. You can use these patterns to your advantage in preparing for a trade setup if you manage to spot them before it breaks out. Another form of support and resistance is the moving average. On a trending market, moving average can be used as a support and resistance level, such as in this example. Now, in this example, we are using the 50 moving average period, and as you can see, the price keeps on bouncing on it for not just once but quadruple times, which makes it our support level. Here's the thing. Remember what we said about the more times a support or resistance level is tested, the more likely it would break in the near future. So let's see what will happen. The price broke down from the support level and now making it the current resistance level. Now, in addition, moving average can also be useful when it comes to spotting a trend reversal. Once it breaks out from the moving average support and resistance, there is a possibility for a trend reversal to take place, just like in this example. Now lastly, the most famous Fibonacci retracement tool can also act as a support and resistance level. So dito naman tayo kay BTC USDT in the 4-hour time frame para maiba naman. So here's how to use Fibonacci. So draw the Fibonacci retracement from the swing high up to the swing low. Here you can see that we have a downtrend trending market with consecutive lower highs and lower lows. The Fibonacci shows us a clear view of how the 0.5 level, which was our previous support, became the current resistance, and the 0.236 as our new support. Even though we had a few fake outs here, it still broke down after the current support was retested for a few times, and now making the 0.236 level our new resistance. Okay? So even though there are different forms of support and resistance, the most reliable are those areas which tend to be confirmed by multiple strategies. So to end this video, I will be leaving you with this lesson. Regardless of what type of trading style you use, support and resistance is one of the most important concepts you need to understand. But you have to keep in mind that there are no guarantees when it comes to trading. Although indicators, chart patterns, and the likes can be helpful, but it does not imply guaranteed future performance of the market, which is why you should be prepared for all possible outcomes. So that's all for this video. See you on the next one.